Yo, what up? I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Oh yes. We got a fun one today. I know we've been we've been a little real on the last few. So we got a fun one today. And I hear your guys' complaints. I know you guys missed the song, the intro song. So this is the best that I can do for now, okay? This is how we're gonna start. Now I'm only gonna do this one time, so you gotta pay attention, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. This is I know you guys have seen the Wipe Me Down challenge. I don't want to get flagged, so I'm going to sing it. I'm just gonna sing it myself. So here we go. This is my favorite Wipe Me Down challenge. All right, you guys ready? I'm only gonna do it once. And burr, 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 burr. Wipe it down, wipe. And that's all we get. That's as good as I can do for the intro song.
Yo, what the hell do you be watching, bro? What?
That was the best one. So if you're watching if you're listening to the audio, you're just gonna have to jump on YouTube to catch that.
Oh, what's wrong with you, bro? Something seriously wrong with you.
All right, so now I have a question for Tahir and everybody in the chat and everybody in the comments. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon. We got our Patreons in the chat watching right now a little bit earlier. I got a question for you guys, okay?
Yeah.
So here, I'm gonna share the screen again. This is coming from Hollywood Unlocked, one of my favorite social platforms. They had this question. You have to eat one of these foods for the rest of the year. Which do you choose? Now, pizza. Oh, you done already?
Easy.
Pizza, fried chicken, hamburgers, and tacos, and you're going pizza every day.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I thought it was like I just assumed that was like Pizza Hut, Popeyes.
No. Like just food type, not necessarily where it's from.
Oh, okay. You know what, man? I love cheese, bro. I love cheese so much. I would probably still do a pizza. Because you can get thin crust, you can get hand tossed, you can get pan, you can get a ton of toppings, you can get like a margarita pizza, bro. Like it's so many different options when it comes to pizzas. Yeah.
There's so many options with tacos though too.
There's not a lot of options with tacos. The fuck are you talking about?
What you mean?
What you mean what I mean, motherfucker? It's a taco.
Hard shell.
Hard shell?
Hard shell, soft shell, el pastor, carne asada, pollo, nigga taco with lettuce and onions and cheese and stuff like that. Fish tacos, shrimp tacos, crab leg tacos, breakfast tacos, vegetarian tacos, falafel tacos, turkey meat tacos.
You've already named more than I thought you were talking about like between hard shell and soft shell. I was like, that's all it is. But the toppings, you can do this. I've seen a seafood pizza. I've seen the vegetable pizza. I've seen I've seen that part right there. I thought you was just talking about like you have more options than just a hard shell or a soft.
Well, that would be like saying you only have one pizza for the rest of your life, and the only options is the crust type. If you're allowed to change the inside of the pizza, I feel like I should be able to change the inside of the taco.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll give you that. I said the toppings. Yeah, I get that. No, for sure.
However, I still don't know. I feel like burgers and fried chicken are out.
Well, here's the thing, though. The more I think about it, the more I kind of like I'm questioning it. Because with chicken, if it was chicken, you got multiple ways you can cook chicken. You can fry it, you can barbecue it, you can grill it without the barbecue salt, you can bake it, it's tons of way to eat chicken and tons of toppings, and you got healthier options with chicken than you do with just pizza. Pizza is like, that's hella carby. I'm gonna be hella fat by the end of the year.
Well, say with chicken every day.
No, because you could do grilled chicken.
No, but I think this is specifically fried chicken.
If it's specifically fried chicken, then I'm gonna switch it out. Then I'm not gonna switch it out.
Well,
but
then that's
options.
weird.
I would consider it. And the same thing with burgers, because you can get the burgers wrapped in lettuce. You know what I mean? So you got options with that. But like when you're doing pizza, you gonna get that crust every time, my boy.
Well, low key, it's not fair to say that the chicken is specifically fried, but then we can do anything with any of the other ones. Like,
that's true.
It's almost like if the chicken is specifically fried, is that a specific Big Mac?
Yeah, because I thought that was Big Mac. Like, that's why initially I thought it was the Big Mac. And I'm like, no, that's trash, fam. I'll never eat that.
All right, so if we just made it as simple as your options are pepperoni pizza, fried chicken, a burger with just like, a base, like a burger, or tacos. Like, not every type, just fried chicken, this hard shell tacos, burgers, or pepperoni pizza. You going pizza?
No, if it's like that, then I might go tacos, because I don't have to eat the shell. I could just eat the inside, and I can still cut down on it. I'm at that age now. You gotta start thinking about health, man. That's a lot of tomato sauce to be eating every day. You gonna start getting heartburn every day. That's hella acidic, bro.
I think I'm team tacos. If you for some reason took a pill that you could just eat things and it wasn't a health
pizza.
Okay.
I'm stacking the slices on top of each other like a fucking sandwich too.
I think that changes mine to pizza too.
Hell yeah.
Like,
you could take a pill where you won't have any health issues or gain weight. Nigga, the fuck? Absolutely.
Now I'm more wanting that than anything.
Hell yeah. Because pizza make you feel good. You gonna get full. It's like, man, hell yeah, pizza, bro, without a doubt.
Okay. Well, what we got next? First of all, I want to shout out Art Belcher for this super, super dope damn internet you scary art. Looks like we ninjas / zombie hunters / Rick and Morty. It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
I enjoy this. I'm going to like this live. Thanks, Art Belcher.
I don't know why they made you taller than me, though.
Because I'm taller.
Pat, you're not taller than me.
I'm about 6'2" in this photo. That's accurate.
In the photo, though.
That's accurate.
You're not 6'2" in real life. Shut up.
That is accuracy. All right. I got to show this video because it's pretty hilarious. All right. So imagine you and 2 of your boys decide we going to rob this house, right? It's 3 of us. What's the worst that can happen? So this guy comes through, start giving the first dude all the beats, right? Then the second dude's like, let me jump in and help. He's holding him. Third dude comes through. Bop, 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 bing, bing, bing. And they just slowly leave.
Whoa. They wanted no problems with him.
They were like, oh, hey, there's a guy here. All right, well, we'll jump it. Wait. Oh, my God. Wait, I'm losing. Third guy, change the situation. Oh, nope. No. We should go. We
definitely fuck.
And they got punched in the back of the head.
First of all, that slow-ass dog to come in after the fight's over, it was like, I know he heard it. Or it looked like he ran in and ran out.
He was
like,
barking.
oh, no.
He was just barking. And then he came through like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Here's the thing, though. Can you imagine the car ride home?
Oh, the van ride home?
Oh, my God. They were like...
They had hella space in the car because they planned on robbing the place. So there was just...
Hey, look, they took the ski mask off like... Hey, that nigga hit hard as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna...
Who picked Jason Bourne's house? Jason Bourne's house. That had to be Jason Bourne. Because this dude dropped his own security footage. Who else would?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He uploaded that like, whoop.
Bro, they asked the beats, bro. Oh my God, yo, you gotta send that to me, man.
Watch who you definitely watch who you robbing, because that
Bro, you got to send that to your boy.
I'll keep it in the save.
Do a video
Speaking of people not to mess with, have you heard of the Not Fucking Around Coalition?
Yeah, I saw a video of this. This was when they was marching.
Not playing at all.
At all. No games being played.
This is in Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Black love.
Which just sounds like, you know, some bullshit be happening there. But yeah, this is the NFAC, the Not Fucking Around Coalition, and they are not fucking around. I think that the main thing that I noticed about them is that they don't speak like your normal, you know, abolitionists. You know how like it sounds like poetry, and it's like, we will not be under the foot of oppression. They're like, we here, where the fuck you at? Like they for real. Listen to this.
Threat, counter threat. Because threats don't mean shit to us. Y'all been threatening us since Birmingham. I ain't seen shit. When is July the 4th? And all you scary ass Negroes that pass that shit around. Look at what the fuck you did. You made blacks come out. I don't see no white militia. So to the boogie boys, the 3%ers, and all the rest of you scared ass rednecks. We here. Where the fuck you at? We in your house. Let's go. NFAC, motherfucker.
That man said NFAC, motherfucker.
You know what it is.
That's who I want on the microphone. That's.
Why would you have anybody else there? He gonna get the job done.
Yeah, he speaks like Officer Dokes from Dexter. You remember the surprise, motherfucker. So, I mean, at the end of the day,
yeah.
How long have we tried peace?
Hey, I mean,
how long have we tried? Niggas is getting lynched again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. No. No, no. No, no, no.
I think you should stop. Because if you accidentally page yourself on camera, I wouldn't even know how to like keep going and come out of that. I'd be like, all right, guys, well, I'm gonna just find some videos and let's just keep going.
I'm gonna just read these sponsored videos the whole time. I'm just like this.
I would just keep going with it. I would just keep going as much as possible, man.
Yeah, stun baton. I'm about to train to be Nightwing. I'm about to be a vigilante out here solving crimes.
Oh my goodness. Put it down for you hurt yourself, Patrick.
I'll probably write something. It'll be dope though. That's better than me going out there. But yeah, not fucking around. I love it. I love it. Next on up, this is more of a this is just more of a pick me up for anybody who's feeling down. This is from Minds of Entrepreneurs. Anytime you feel like life is not nice to you, remember this Brazilian prisoner who dug an escape tunnel for 5 years, only to burst out in the guard break room.
Oh, what? Come on, fam. How you don't get the schematics?
I never heard you say schematics, nigga. That's hilarious. For real though, like,
oh, dog, how you know? Yo, how you know? You ain't got no blueprints. You just digging aimlessly, my dude. Come on, bruh. You asked for that by first name basis, my nigga. Like,
I mean, he probably had a cell that only had like one soft wall. He probably didn't have no blueprints.
bro, you gotta dig down, bro. You gotta go down toward the sewer, bro. You don't know what wall you going to. Oh, 5 years.
That's like, if that was gonna happen, like at least catch me in the first few days. Like 5 years of work is a lot, and it's like, how do you do? What, he hang a fucking poster over the hole? Like,
bro, I was just gonna say that's like some Shawshank Redemption type shit, but it goes south, like south really bad, really fast. Well, not really fast, because 5 years is not really fast, but damn, bro.
Bro, imagine. How do you start any new project after that? My brain would be broken.
Oh, he finna be in the hole. They gonna put him in the fucking refrigerator. It's gonna be all metal around.
Yo, the fridge. 5 years of just scrape. That's and the first thing he saw was flashlights, like fam. And the only place you have to run is back into your cell. which is unfortunate. But yeah, that's a lot. That should be a little pick me up for anybody who's going through anything, or feeling like they done lost something that they've been working on for a minute. Ain't nothing worse than that. Nothing. I guarantee you.
That shit crazy as hell, bro.
But, however, speaking of a little pick-me-up, I just gotta really quickly talk about one of my favorite brands that we're working with right now.
Let's go.
One, the only BlueChew. All right, BlueChew is pretty much the future of sex. Let's just talk about some sex right now. Now that I said sex a few times and I got your attention all perked up, we're gonna talk a little bit about sex and increasing your sexual performance. All right, get that extra confidence in bed by looking up and getting a subscription for BlueChew. All right, BlueChew is now the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's chewable, which means it gets straight to the point, straight to the blood system. It works way faster. You can take them any day, anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they are chewable, they work up to twice as fast. So you can just pop it in like a Skittle or something and just get straight to work, okay? BlueChew is also made in the USA, and it's prescribed online by licensed physicians. So you don't have to go to the doctor or wait in line. It's even cheaper than a pharmacy, and they prepare and ship it right to you in a discreet package. So there's no awkwardness. You don't need to even leave the house. So it just comes straight to you. Basically, you're getting performance delivered to your doorstep. What more do you want? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Get that new benefit. Get that new confidence. Get that new BlueChew, the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. And the reason that the place that you go is BlueChew.com, and you're gonna get your first shipment for free when you use our special promo code DIYS. Again, that's BlueChew.com, DIYS. You just have to pay for $5 shipping, and you get your first shipment for free. But I guarantee you're not gonna stop. So I got my first shipment for free a very long time ago, and I think I just got an email from them yesterday saying my shipment is on the way. I'm a customer. I am a customer. I be popping them in.
You see, I'm out here with it, heavy duty style.
Oh, okay. We flex it.
Flex.
I ain't gonna flex mine, but we got the chews, all right, and you can choose to get a BlueChew. I'm working on a slogan. I'll refine it. I'll refine it down. Choose the chew at BlueChew.com. Promo code DIYS to try it for free. Get yourself in that the game of confidence in bed, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink, wink squared. You still using that chew?
Oh, absolutely, my boy.
You chewing the chew? You doing the chew? Don't do that. Chew. Don't do that anymore. All right, jumping right back into it. Speaking of performance, well, you know what? I'm gonna save that one. Speaking of performance, I do want to just show you guys this real quick. This is the ninja jutsu of gangbanging. NLE Young Choppa is, my God, the fastest. Sheesh. Can I just say that gang hand signs are an art form? I don't know if you've ever seen somebody go as crazy as this. Who's the young kid in jail? Young TK.
Oh, okay.
That dude,
yeah.
They bend their fingers in ways that it just looks like I would cramp up. Like it's literally an art form. I don't know if they practice or anything, but that's ninja. Look how coordinated that is. That is impressive.
Here's the thing though. This is really an old art. Like they've been stacking it because where I'm from, they call it stacking.
Mm-hmm.
And like they do it heavy and do it like because we used to do it in high school dances and stuff like that. I used to stack back like when I was 8th and 9th grade. But
what was he stacking? What was he throwing up? Chicken nugget?
CN, my nigga, we out here. You see the nugget side, North Nugget.
Oh, you nuggets up.
Nugget up though. Hell yeah.
That's impressive to me. It's always been impressive. Like I've always just watched like, even though you getting banged on, it's always just like, that's very impressive, sir. Pretty cool. That is pretty good. He definitely could have summoned some fire on accident though. That was some serious jitsu. That's some.
This on Akademiks page.
You said what?
I said, oh, this is on Akademiks page.
Uh-oh. You don't like the demics?
It's let's keep it a buck, man. Like if Akademiks, let me ask you this. If Akademiks wasn't Akademiks, if he was just a guy, right, would you hang with him?
No.
Your answer tells you everything you need to know about him.
I wouldn't hang with him if he was Akademiks.
I just feel like he's a clown.
He's a little weird. And the fact that he got famous off of exploiting Chicago as like a war zone and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of people who in Chicago who hated that PR, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that kind of like blew him up. I don't have anything against him personally. I never met him, but I know that the whole cancel Akademiks thing is happening right now. A bunch of people are mad at him. Meek said that he doesn't speak for the culture, which is an interesting thing to bring up because a lot of our gatekeepers aren't really for the culture. I remember they dropped a photo of the woman who was in charge of like the award shows or like something with BET, like how, and it was like this old white woman, like it was just so bizarre. And yeah, I think that it's weird that a lot of this stuff is finally coming to light, but there was a lot of weird stuff like instigating beefs and just a lot of stuff that isn't really truly from somebody who's trying to help the culture as opposed to themselves.
Yeah, I feel like he's the ultimate cornball when it comes to like the type of person he is. Like I wouldn't see him in a club like, oh yo, hey man, let's grab a picture or something like that. First of all, I would never really do that at all. But also like I just feel like it's hella corny, and to tell like the way he went off on Chrissy Teigen was like completely uncalled for.
What happened with Chrissy Teigen?
He basically said she can suck his dick, and John Legend, if he got a problem with it, he can suck his dick too. He's like, you need to get your bitch, control your bitch, and it's just like, yo, that wasn't necessary, bro. Like that's shit that you do when you like. I've had some instances where I've got into it with some people. First of all, I ain't go online and disrespect them, disrespect their girl. I ain't calling nobody out their name and shit like that. I just feel like he ridiculous. And he beefing with Freddie Gibbs right now. And I feel like you don't do that. Because Freddie Gibbs ain't the type of nigga to see you out in public and not do something.
Yeah, what are you
all of
doing?
that shit.
Akademiks is... I mean, we all saw the Migos clip. He ain't about to do nothing.
No.
He ain't about to do a damn thing. So it's like the fact that he's talking crazy to people like Freddie and Meek and even just like disrespecting people like, you know, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend is just like, what? It's just a prime example of fame getting to your head when it's just like somebody who you know is not about to like pop nothing at nobody.
I feel like he's getting a 6ix9ine effect. Like he feel like he hanging around some gangsters and now he feel gangster. I'm just like,
he still hangs around 6ix9ine, so I'm sure he's just like hearing a whole bunch of stuff about not being touched and, you know, being untouchable, but it's like too many people got a problem with Akademiks. So
yeah,
I mean, I personally, I don't wish harm on anybody. I don't really care, to be honest, just because it's like he never really did anything to like bother me. I mean, obviously it's a lot of his posts are kind of like are kind of corny, but it's like there's corny people on the internet. Like it's
Yeah.
not like a big deal. But I do agree that I would want to see people who are more about the culture and really just more in the culture. Akademiks seems like he was kind of like picked on, and now he's like the cool guy. He has like the security cop effect. But
it's like you, Pat, you're a cool guy who makes music and plays games. He seemed like a guy that played games and then started listening to music, but he was never a cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that element is missing in him, but it also is like he just seemed messy. Like, and maybe there's no way to not seem messy when you're reporting on things like that. Maybe there's no way to do it, but I think it's always like how you say something, not what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if he was reporting what happened unbiasedly, that would be one thing. But like, he's always picking sides. I feel like in his reports. Yo, check it out. It's your boy Akademiks, and you know, y'all know I love 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my nigga. That's my dog right there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't ever hear him talk. I never hear him talk. I only see him post.
Oh yeah, his videos is on there.
I don't be watching.
He just posts gifs and pictures. Whoever he's talking about.
But at the end of the day, he's like a journalist, so I've always given like a certain level of slack of like messiness, like, you know how people post like something that they know people are gonna make fun of or clown, but they're just like, what are your thoughts? You know, like that's just sort of like journalist stuff. Like we live in the world of clickbait and all that kind of stuff. So it was just one of those things that always got to pass. But one thing that I love about this year is that even though it's wild as hell, it's finally like making us look over everything, and it's just like all this shit that got to pass. Like, let's change this shit, you know? And obviously when you try to uproot shit, it's going to be messy. It's going to be like a little like shaky at first, but I think for the culture, it's going to end up being better, because if we start uprooting all of these people who have a crazy amount of power in this game, like Akademiks influence affects record sales to the point where there are rappers who are mad at him because he doesn't post certain people. And it's like, damn, that's DJ power at this point. Like, we have given the power of the DJ over to the power of the influencer. And it's just, it's interesting to watch, but it's also good that we're sort of like calling everything out, because I would like to see somebody who's more about the culture in a gatekeeping position. Because like Ebro and all those New York DJs, like they gotta go, because it's like it's wild to me, because they are really hating on their own city. Like New York has not been in the spotlight of rap for a minute, and I've seen it like firsthand, like a New York DJ hating on young New York artists, but they'll go and be like, oh, this dude in the South is popping, let me do that, let me do all this stuff, payola, all this other stuff. And it's really gotta stop, because if you really had somebody who was breaking artists the same way that artists used to be always coming out, like in TRL and 106 and back in those golden days of like where music videos were really important and the artists really had power, like people were really breaking people. But now it's just like it's a cool kids club. It's wild.
But wait, do you think it's a cool kids club, or do you think that like Ebro, do you think he don't fuck with the New York rappers or some of the New York rappers because of the content and what they're putting out, and it's just not good in his opinion? Because he'll big up somebody like Big Crit, who's from the South, but he's also lyrical. They'll also big up JID, who's from the South, but he's also lyrical. But when it comes to like 6ix9ine and some of the others, like I know Ebro and what's the other guy on the show? Other guy, can't remember his name, but they were talking to Lil Uzi, and they was like, "You're gonna be broke in 5 years." He was like,
"Yeah, who does that? What kind of big homie is that?"
I don't know. Like, I feel like you definitely get a biased opinion sometimes of rappers before you meet them, based off of what they post on Instagram and what they highlight as what's important to them. But also, there's a certain amount of allure, I think, that comes, which should also be greeted with a certain amount of grace. Like, you know, if you're a rapper, you gonna floss money, you gonna floss chains. Like, a lot of those guys do that, and it's a lot of times just for the allure of it, like to keep people thinking that they're doing it. A lot of rappers don't own their cars, guys. They lease them. All right, until a rapper can pull out the title, and let's be real, most rappers don't keep the title in their glove box. Like, none of the titles to none of my vehicles are in my vehicles. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
That's the ownership of that vehicle. You don't do that. Somebody has a title, they can take that, swap it out, whatever. So, like, they be like, yo, I got the papers in the car, nigga, there they don't. Nobody should ever keep their papers in their car. You keep your papers somewhere in your house, preferably in a safe. Most of the time, these rappers are leasing these cars, and they fall behind on payments because they got 10 different cars, and they're leasing 2 different houses on either side of the state, and they fall behind on that shit. And I guess, you know, just seeing a constant cycle, because, like, let's be real, like, a lot of rappers don't have over a 6-year shelf life. So when you've seen and been in the game as long as Rosenberg and Ebro have, I guess they just feel like they can spot it from the first time they meet a person or from what they posted. But
I feel like here's the problem with music is, like, I respect these guys' opinion, so I do genuinely think that they don't like the new sound. You know, I don't think they're just like, no, I'm not going to play it because I don't like it. But it's like, if you grew up and in like being a DJ and you were super hot and you were breaking all these new artists, at some point, you know, now you're on top of that game, and now I feel like the doors are closed because now you're this DJ who had all these hits. You don't want to break anybody who's whack. So now it's like you narrow the doors and you're just like, no, only this person, you know? And it's like, that's cool, but it's just this old head versus new mentality. It's not professional at the end of the day. If you want that, if that's your opinion and that's how you talk at the water cooler and with your friends, for sure. But if you're the biggest DJ in New York, I feel like it's your responsible, or really any city. I don't want to really narrow in on these guys, but really any city. If you're the biggest city of the biggest DJ from that city, it's your responsibility to add to the game by bringing these artists to the forefront and giving these little dudes a chance. Because if I was old head DJ in New York, I would be scouring the streets for like new artists and stuff like that to break, because it's like, if they break, that makes your city look good. You know what I mean? Forget you looking good. You're already the top DJ. It makes your city look good. So why not go into you're not going to sit here and tell me that there ain't no talent in New York. That makes no sense. So for you to be in that position and say, New York's not popping, I'm going to just go to the South, you just shouldn't be in that position. It should be somebody who can put aside, even if you don't like the new sound, you can put aside your personal differences. And if you see that this guy is blowing up and all these new people are saying that this is the new shit, give it a chance. You're not a record label. You're not signing these things. It's just your responsibility to give it play. Now, I do know that new things are coming out saying that payola is very, very much still in play, which we all know, but it's different to hear an artist say it firsthand. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that it's a lot of politics. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's something, the weirdest thing about Ebro for me is how he keeps getting all these NYPD reports, and he'll be like, now I got a friend who gave me this thing, and then he'll go into it because that's the important story. But all the comments are like, wait, why do you have that? What, you know what I mean? So there's obviously some politics going on with it. And it's just like, I just feel like it just needs to be uprooted and switched out just for the culture.
You know what? Like, I feel like we only champion for this, like, in music, because the same thing goes on in the acting world and the comedy world. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
A lot of old gatekeepers in comedy. They don't like a lot of the Instagram comedians. They don't like any of the younger comedians. If you look at any
entertainment, really,
any club's roster, like who they got coming through the weekends, who they got playing through the week, you're gonna see the same big names. You'll see DL, you'll see Earthquake, you'll see Lavelle Crawford. You'll see those. You won't see a lot of newer young black comics. They shit on us consistently. They give us one black night a week. That's about it. Everything else is like, okay,
chocolate Sundays.
Yeah, we'll check your video out. Come back on Taco Tuesday. Come on Chocolate Sundays. Come on Sweet Nigga Saturday. Whatever the fuck. Like, it's always something. We only get one night out of the week, and the same thing is with acting. Like, look how it is, man. Like, that's why, as of recently, I've focused more on creating my own content than going on the auditions and self-tapes that my agent has presented to me, because it's like, bro, y'all keep giving me guest roles where I get 1 or 2 lines. It's no way a writer or producer is going to see me do that 1 or 2 lines like, that's the guy I need. Because y'all not letting me stretch my wings. So fuck it. If you're not going to give me a role, I'll just write my own or create my own role. Because it's a lot of old gatekeepers that like continue to do this shit and putting us in a box, limiting our creative ability. Like, you don't have to like everything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's one Lil Uzi Vert song that I like. Not one. But I ain't shitting on them either. Like, it's just not for me. I know that All My Friends Are Dead. I know that song was big as fuck when it came out. A lot of people was rocking with it. Even Kev liked it. I just couldn't get with it. It wasn't a bop for me. I like the baby though. You know what I'm saying? Like, his shit is more something that I can relate to. I just couldn't relate to the whole, I don't know, like kind of emo rap. But I also didn't really fuck with Kid Cudi like that. And I know a lot of people love Kid Cudi. There were some songs here and there that I like, but outside of that, but I'm still not shitting on him like that. I just say it's not for me. But I recognize that he does, like, everybody has a fan base. So if you're going to be in that position to be a DJ, you have to continue to embrace the times, because it's kind of like an older comic, right? An older comic who didn't want to get on Instagram and saw all that type of stuff. And now, 10 years later, now they trying to figure it out. It's like, bro, you missed that wagon.
Yep.
You trying to grow your fan base right now? Like, Instagram ain't even growing like that no more. Right. And it's harder and harder to go viral because there's so many outlets for your video to blow up on. Right. 10 years ago, it was literally YouTube or Twitter or 5 seconds on Vine that you can go viral on. Now, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, news, all these different outlets have social media now. So, like, your video doesn't even go viral on your own. Somebody else will see your shit posted on somebody else's page and they go viral on their page. And it'll only do 300,000 on your page, or not even that, 30,000 on your page, but it did 1.5 on Shade Room or 1.5 on ESPN. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the moment you stop being, the moment you stop embracing change and the new is the moment you start to become obsolete. So it's going to happen sooner or later. Like, a lot of new DJs are going to start to emerge.
Well,
especially with the quarantine. Look at DJ D-Nice. Like, that motherfucker got shirts now. Like, he's the face of, like, a lot of different companies. And
is that the Wildin' Out guy?
No, not D-Nice. What's the dude from Instagram? He wears the hats. He started the quarantine mixes on Instagram. Let me see. He used to always be live. I know they know what I'm talking about in the squad. What's the DJ's name, y'all? I thought it was.
They're saying D-Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, man, he started just spinning in the beginning of the quarantine, and he was spinning so much and so long, bro. Like, he got club quarantine going. He got the T-shirt going, bro. Like, he's blew up, and now he's gonna be the new name. Like, people associate with music, and they're gonna start going to him to see who he thinks is hot, shit like that. So it's going to happen.
That's what's dope. That's what's super dope about it. It's like these gatekeepers that have been, sort of like sitting on top like this, like, what I says goes, are now starting to see how independently people can go up themselves. You know what I mean? It used to be like the only way was through them. And I think that was what got to their heads. But now there's this a whole different environment where the person that they, like, let's say just sticking to music, I'm a DJ. The dude I passed over a million times who was the next big thing, all of a sudden has a hit record. Now all of a sudden, like, yeah, I've been watching this dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude's crazy. I knew he was gonna blow up. He's from my city. And now, meanwhile, the artist is looking at you like, wow, like that's where it's going to lean to. And then they need to start doing their jobs for sure, because it's going to get to a point where they're going to realize, like, they don't need me as much. I was the middleman, but now they're able to reach these plateaus by themselves. And that whole thing can be changed. And you are right. Like, the comedy gatekeepers, the acting gatekeepers are just as trash. I remember back in the all deaf days, we used to have the Chinese theater thing. Back when I was like just starting, I was like a PA equipment manager. We were having every Wednesday we had a free show. It was the all deaf stand up it was at the Chinese theater in Hollywood. Now, this was on Hollywood and Highland. This was like prime real estate. This is where all the Hollywood movies have their red carpets. So for us to be a startup, this was not like a cheap thing to run. This was every single week. for free. And it was the all deaf stand-up comedy. The only problem is if you liked all deaf and then you went on any given Wednesday, you would see literally one person on that from the channel on that stage, and it was Teddy.
If that.
I'm saying if Teddy performed that night, you would see one. But if he didn't, you would see zero. I mean, zero. It made no sense. I was literally watching all these stand-up comedians come through the building. I shot them, and then they were wondering, like, how can I get on the show? And I'm like, I don't know. You don't know? It's the all deaf show. Like, I know Tahir had trouble, Kev had trouble, everybody had trouble because of the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers were just like,
no. Okay, Kev never got a chance to do it. Kev on stage never got a chance to do this night. As funny as he is. And he was the head of comedy. He led the comedy team at All Deaf and never got a chance to get on the stage.
Just in case anybody out there is thinking it's easy, because we just jump on camera and do this. There's a lot of bull.
Man.
There's a lot of bull. The stand-up.
But you know what? I will say this, just to play devil's advocate real quick. There were a lot of times I got passed up for something that I thought I was ready for, and I was upset about it. And then years later, I realized, had I been given that opportunity, one, I wouldn't have been ready for it. Two, I could have potentially ruined the relationships leading from there because I was not ready for it. So even with some of the DJs, like when you were giving the example, it was like, yo, I've been watching this kid for years, and I think he had potential. That can be a true thing. Like, you can be watching somebody in high school who's really good at basketball, may not be ready for the league. They may need that freshman year or that freshman and sophomore year in college before they can come to the league. Just because you've been watching the person, they're on your radar, and you acknowledge that they're talented does not mean that they're ready for the big league. So I don't want to also shit on the people who are actually doing a good job at being DJs and being A&Rs, because there are people that like really watch. Like I remember when the Baby first went on the Breakfast Show, and Charlamagne was like, yeah, he's talented. It might have been before he went on. He was like, he's talented, but I don't know if he's ready for the big leagues yet. Like, he acknowledged that he was talented, but he also acknowledged that he saw some stuff in his behavior, his character that was, inclination that he might not be ready for all of that limelight. And we've seen a lot of times where the Baby has shown that, like, man, when all eyes are on you, you got to watch what you do. You can't be punching fans. You can't be snatching people up by their shirts. You can't be starting fights and shit like that.
But he was ready. And the thing is like, I agree with that kind of. I believe that sometimes we get like, if somebody closes the door on us unfairly, and then years later we realize, like, I low-key wasn't ready for that. We confuse, like, okay, in my opinion, that's the universe. That's God. You know what I mean? That's something that was not given to you so that you can grow. But I would never confuse that with, like, thanking the person who closed that door, because that's different. I feel like if you're a DJ and you genuinely think that somebody's not ready, you don't go on air and be like, he's not ready for the big leagues. You know what I mean? Because words, especially if they hold weight because of who you are, that could have gone completely left. That could have hit him in here, and now he's freaking out, and then something happens where he doesn't end up in that position. But it's like, if you think that, and you genuinely think, like, okay, maybe he has potential, but not now, it's your job to not just slam the door and be like, you don't got it. Maybe it's something where you let them know, like, here's some stuff that you have to work on, or you just keep an eye on him until you see that artist getting better, and then you give him that shot. You know what I mean? I don't think those people who just slam the door and, like, you're not ready, and then see that person blow up and then jump on is like, I feel like there's a difference between an obstacle for self-growth and an obstacle because somebody was just being a dick to you, Right.
I agree with that. I wasn't saying it in the sense of, like, Charlamagne was saying that I don't think he was ready for it came up in a natural conversation, and I don't think he was trying to intentionally shit on him. I don't think he was putting it out there to, like, make word get back to him and hopefully he hear it and whatever it takes. But I also feel like, you have to be your biggest cheerleader a lot of times. So even if that shit gets back to you, like if you know that you're ready for it, or you know that you're working toward being ready for it, that shit can't shake you like that. Like you got to have enough people around you to tell you and remind you who you are. That's good for humility and to keep you humble. But also you got to have the people, not yes men, but people to really let you know who you are. Like, nah, nigga, you killing it. Like I ain't gonna sell you short, and I ain't gonna sell you no bullshit either. You killing it. If you wasn't ready or if you wasn't killing it, I would let you know. Like, nah, nigga, we gotta put out another mixtape first. We gotta get some more people. So if you are swayed that easily by one person or one person's opinion, you may not be ready for it, because the naysayers are only gonna increase the bigger you get. It doesn't matter how talented you are. There's always gonna be somebody that does not like you, and sometimes the reasons are valid. Sometimes they're completely invalid. I know people who have not liked other rappers or something just because everybody liked them. It's like, oh, I hear him everywhere. I'm tired of hearing this nigga. I don't like that nigga. I hate that nigga. Why you don't like him? Because he everywhere. That's not a reason.
Yeah, I know, right?
People said the same thing about Kevin Hart. When Kevin really like hit his pinnacle and he was like everywhere on commercials, he was on radio shows, he had podcasts, he's touring, he got a movie coming out. People were like, man, I'm tired of this nigga, man. I don't even like him like that. He ain't even funny, all of this type of stuff. It was like, well, why you don't like him? Because he everywhere. That's not a reason not to like somebody.
No, it's not.
So the bigger that you get, the bigger the pool of naysayers will come. It's going to increase. So you have to know in your mind who you are, what you're ready for, and not let people sway you and deter you from what you want to do. That's all I'm saying.
No, fully agreed. I just want to give a quick shout out to She's So Special for saying she hasn't even watched Netflix since quarantine started because the All Def crew puts out so much content.
Hey.
And Joannis Torstensen said, no need for Netflix. All Deflix is the real deal. And I just had to shout that out because that's for sure a thing now. But absolutely, I think the gem in that is that you have to be your own biggest cheerleader, because at the end of the day, niggas just gonna talk shit. I don't know why. Like people like Charlemagne, even though I actually really like Charlemagne, but in this instance that we're talking about, it's like he probably didn't have to say that. You know, maybe that's why he's famous, because he speaks his mind. But like, probably didn't have to say that. If you're watching DaBaby and you think if he's an upcoming artist and you don't think that he's gonna make it, if I was in that position, I would just have to see that first and then comment on it, as opposed to just throwing out at a new upcoming artist with everything ahead of him. Like, I don't think he's ready. You know, like I just think that that's very poisonous. You know. So I wish that people wouldn't do that, but it's the internet.
Yeah, man. What you gonna do?
But if the internet stresses you out too much, you can always relax yourself with some HempLand USA CBD. All right. I just want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by HempLand USA. And with all the hype around CBD these days, there's a lot of buzz talk around transparency and which companies you can trust. But we get it. There's, it seems like dozens of new CBD companies pop up every day, and there's just too many to choose from. But you got to look for companies that walk the walk and are willing to wear their values on their sleeve. So enter HempLand USA. This is America's #1 CBD company since 2014. They've been bringing better health and happiness to households worldwide with their organic American-grown hemp CBD products. This is the first US CBD company to grow and produce their own CBD products entirely in the USA. And also they've priced their premium grade CBD low as possible so that you and your family can experience what better CBD feels like, even if you're on a budget. I know a lot of CBD stuff can also be expensive and also not work that well. So they're giving you premium grade CBD for an affordable price.
Oh, yeah.
So on top of all of that, the bulk discount pricing can't be beat. There's discounts of up to 30% off all year round. Yeah. 30% off of something that's already budget friendly. You can't lose. You're getting quality and value All right. So everyone gets to have the opportunity to experience that high quality CBD, as I call it, CBD. They have a signature line of full spectrum THC free and enhanced CBD products, third party lab tested, as pure and effective as nature intended, and they are priced to meet every budget. You hear me? You hear me? 24-hour customer service or text support if you have any type of questions, because they know that they got you. All right. There's a new signature enhanced CBD product called ECS5. Again, that's ECS5. And you can actually feel it working. You can't even tell it's CBD sometimes. But, you know, it makes you feel more calm, focused, centered, ready to tackle the day. I personally, I take some in the morning when I wake up, and it hits me like, gets you that energy boost and you off to the races. So go on over and check out the ECS5. It got the pepper, the black pepper, the clove, the hops, the rosemary, the jujube. Just, you know, all that stuff. You don't really know what they do individually, but trust me, together they get it done. So go on over to HempLandUSA.com, get your premium CBD tinctured, soft gels, topicals, all that, and then you can go ahead and use our code to get you a discount. Use DAM, DAM, like the Beaver Dam, at checkout, and you're gonna get up to 20% off of your order. Okay, so go ahead and go get you some CBD at HempLandUSA.com/DAM, like damn internet you scary, DAM. Get you some CBD. Some CBD.
Yeah, man.
All right, what else do we got for today? I probably just gotta bring this up. Kanye is going for president. This is real. This is real. They said he said this a long time ago, and we were just like, Kanye. But yeah, he confirmed. He said, he tweeted, "We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future. I am running for president of the United States, #2020 vision." What you think?
No, nigga. No. Sit your goof ass down, Kanye. Fuck that, man. If we've learned nothing else from the last 4 years, is that nobody needs to be running a country that does not have any governmental experience. None, nigga. This nigga got no government experience whatsoever. He ain't even filed the paperwork. He's missed deadlines. He ain't filed no paperwork. Come on, bruh. And this is the worst time to do some shit like this. When everything is going wrong right now, all the shit's going on, and all this is going to do is cause more of a distraction. You remember Harambe? Remember when they wrote Harambe in to run for president and motherfuckers actually voted for a dead fucking gorilla? No, nigga. Stop with this goofy shit, man. I don't know who his big homies are, but somebody needs to grab this nigga by his shirt collar and tell him to sit the fuck down, bro.
Niggas thought that Harambe thing was funny till Trump got actually voted.
I'm like, bro, come on, man. Stop with the goofy shit, bro. This ain't the time for it.
It's definitely a lot. It is definitely a lot, because it's like, fam. It's tough for me, because if he had never decided to run for president, I might not be on All Def. One of the major skits that I had to do on All Def that got me to be back on camera a lot was being Jaden Smith, the vice president to Kevin Tate, in a very old and stupid skit that we did where Kanye actually got president. So I'm glad he said this back then, but now that he's bringing it up in a time that, oh my God, this is like, have we ever needed more leadership? Y'all remember when George W. Bush was our biggest problem? Those were the days, and George Bush has gone on record saying that he don't fuck with Trump. So I can't do this, because Trump.
And let me bring that full circle. Remember when Kanye said that George Bush doesn't like black people? Mm-hmm. Kanye said that, right? George Bush don't fuck with Trump. You know how crazy a white person that don't fuck with black people gotta be for them to say, I don't even fuck with that white person. Like that nigga crazy. And that's Kanye's buddy. They pals. He sends Yeezy the hats and Yeezy sends him shoes. Nigga, they buddies and y'all playing, bro.
I saw a comment that said, hold
on, real quick. Hold on. Shorty Mac, you can get the fuck up out of here, bro.
Who that?
Just somebody trolling, just looking for attention. I'm gonna give you the attention you want. You can get the fuck up out of here. Now, you say one more crazy comment, your ass is blocked.
What'd he say?
Just like that. You talking about I'm voting for Kanye. Okay, that's strike one. Then he's like, Trump is not the enemy. Strike two, nigga. Got one more time, and then goof ass up out of here.
Hey, you could block people in YouTube, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remove him from the channel real fast. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and switch to the account so I can go ahead and do it. Because I don't want no. I want it to be instant, too. Soon as I see the shit pop up, gone. Oh, you say you're not trolling? Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Like I said, though. You heard me, though.
Tahir is also security.
Wrong with that goofy shit, man. Spit your rhetoric somewhere else, man. We ain't got time for that foolishness, dog. You vote for Kanye. That's you. I can't make you not do that. You know what I'm saying? And we can have a conversation about it, like real conversation, and I'll hear you out, and I'll tell you why I feel my way. You can tell me why you feel your way. But
you say you out?
I said I hear you out. Hear you out. I hear him out. No, I'm all for having an intelligent conversation. If you can make legitimate points as to why this person is somebody that you will vote for and why you think that'll be good for the country, I will hear you out. Now, if you say some bullshit, because I'm read up, I'm coming with all the facts. I'm read up.
Stall him out, Debo. Stall him out.
Fuck that, man. We don't even know what mind state Kanye is in. Like, he hasn't presented us with any facts that he's been cleared by a psychiatrist that he is healthy enough to even run a record label, let alone the country. And I'm not saying that people who have mental illnesses can't do things like that, but like where are the facts at? Where it's turmoil within good music. Look what he did to Tiana Taylor's last rollout. Like his whole people, and that's a small company, bro. And you gonna run a country? Come on, bro.
I saw this really good comment that said our love of celebrity is going to be the death of us, and I think it's true, because it's like we really voted a celebrity in for president. Like that was he wasn't a good businessman. He's had failed businesses left and right. He got all types of loans from his dad, who was rich and successful before him. He was almost bankrupt before The Apprentice hit, which is the most ironic shit ever. It's like, fam, bro, I don't. It's too much. It's like, why would we cannot vote any other celebrity who wants to just switch into politics. It just cannot happen. It makes no sense. If they want to join politics in a way where they can use their celebrity to do speeches or to call attention to certain things or to pass things off to the politicians, for sure. But I ain't hearing no celebrity, no actor, no musician, no nothing. Just go over to politics and using their celebrity just for the votes, because that's what's happening. Kanye, like, he would use the people who just like, I fuck with Kanye, to get actual political votes from these, which is wild. And
look at the similarities when it comes to Kanye and Trump. And I'm not calling them the same person. I'm just saying, look at the similarities. Donald Trump was in hundreds of rap lyrics. Everybody wanted to be like Trump. Trump tires all this money. So he was in tons of rap songs. He was in videos. He was on wrestling. He had his own show, The Apprentice. Now he just does. And I mean, even in those times, he did and said what the fuck he wanted to do. And now that he's in the White House, he does the exact same thing. Look at Kanye. Look how Kanye has acted since he got on. Like, does and says what he wants to do. He's put out some classic albums. I'm not gonna hold you against that. But like, I don't think that honestly, their behavior isn't that different. And also, like, I just don't think that he is fit to run a country. Never will I think he's fit to run a country. And that ain't even from a mental aspect. That's just like, no, nigga. No, you have no experience. Why do y'all keep doing this?
You're a rapper.
That is hiring a fucking electrician to fix your toilet. just because this electrician is famous or he has a big reputation around the hood. But like, so what, nigga? I need a plumber, not an electrician that has a good name. Nah, fuck that.
No, that's the thing. It's like politicians are people who aren't in the public eye, who have to get people to like them enough for what they're going to do to get votes. But now we have celebrities who already have people liking them, so they have that advantage, and they think they can just switch over without really even saying what they're going to do because they already have that likability. So, unfortunately, it would be like, it's not that big of a deal. No one's going to vote for Kanye. But like you said before, Harambe got legit votes to the point where he was it was on the news. I saw it. It was like the top 3 votes. He obviously, he didn't have that many because we're not insane, but it was enough to be like mentioned. So it's just like the fact that people are willing to go to a voting house, wait in line for some bullshit that they didn't even research is very scary. That's the scary part of all of this.
Yeah. Anyway, man, I'm sorry. I just had to go on that sideboard conversation real quick because we sometimes I'll pop in the comments and I'll see something that catch my eye and my thing is like I don't want to ever block anybody. Like I already showed this meme where it's like the dude sweating and there's 2 buttons. He's like block them, educate them. I will always try to take an opportunity to educate somebody, especially with something as severe as the president of the United States. Like we don't have the luxury of joking and playing about that. That's what happened with this last one. Even though Trump didn't win the popular vote, Hillary won the popular vote, like we still need to be serious about that. And I was glad to see that the story on CNN where they were saying that the Supreme Court passed the rule to encourage or forcibly encourage the Electoral College to vote for the popular vote. So it didn't matter if the popular vote in the past was for the opposer. If the Electoral College had picked another person, like they had the votes, and that's who would be the president. And that's another thing. It's like, how the fuck is the Electoral College still existing?
I can't.
Why is it still existing?
I hate that. It makes my vote a suggestion, which is trash. That means that everybody can vote for this person and they'll be like, well, we heard you, but we think. It's like, why even let us vote? Why even let us vote? That's the wildest shit ever. That's ridiculous. But I mean, I feel like a lot of voting I feel like voting for a president is like voting for American Idol. Like you can send that text, but at the end of the day, whatever's bringing in the most ratings and makes the most sense for the network is going to be the person who wins. Sorry to say.
Yeah. Sad day.
Sorry to say. Well, speaking of something that will let me transfer into this next story, which I don't know what that is. I just want to say that this is a quick reminder that Chief Keef and Katy Perry once had Twitter beef. Did you know that?
No.
No, this is a great thread. It means nothing. It means nothing. But once upon a time, Twitter and Katy Perry had a brief exchange on Twitter. Shout out to 60 Seconds of Rap. I enjoyed this. So Katy Perry said, I just heard a new song on the radio called I Hate Being Sober. I now have serious doubt for the world. So white singers should just know not to comment on rap. It never really ends. Never really ends right. Because here comes young Sosa, who is very much about that life. Says, dat bitch Katy Perry can suck skin off of my dick.
Let me stop you right there because, like, why would you add insult to injury? Like, she already dissed you, but then sucked the skin off. That sounds more painful than it would be a punishment for her. It sounds more painful than, but I mean, I guess I get the sentiment.
Sounds horrible. Not sure why he didn't want to capitalize bitch or my, but they didn't get the same amount of respect. Then he says, new song, Katy Perry coming soon. So between these two, if I was Katy Perry and my reps told me this, safe to say this rapper is fully okay with this confrontation. So that's first. Clearly, somebody told them who this man was, because she said, Mr. Keef. Mr. Keef, I'm sorry if I offended you. I heard a lot of people guesting on the song and didn't even know if it was you in particular. Actually, ... Chief Keef said, oh, I'm sorry too then. Katy Perry continued to say, I'm also a fan of your Don't Like video, to be honest. I was really just having a general opinion on our generation's desire to be constantly intoxicated. Believe me, I'm a lover, not a hater. So you see the comment on the bottom. She didn't want smoke for real. My favorite part about this is that I feel like she said Mr. Keef. So I don't think she knows who he is. But I feel like somebody on her team was like, oh, that's a rapper. Oh, it's a rapper? Yeah. It's a rapper from Chicago, and that's all she heard. And she just it's a rapper from Chicago, Mr. Keef. I am so sorry. I'm a fan.
Please, time, sir. Please, no beef.
I just saying, like, I feel so bad for white singers because the few times that they do interact with black rappers, it's like monumentally embarrassing, like Kanye West. Taylor Swift has PTSD from that Kanye West moment.
Oh,
I
man.
feel like that was her first big award, wasn't it?
I think so.
She has to think about that every single time she grabs a trophy on stage. So that's unfortunate.
She be walking on stage smiling. She be like, do the double take, make sure he ain't nowhere around. He just pops up out of a cloud of smoke.
Taylor Swift. Well, Taylor Swift and this is my worst transition of the episode. Taylor Swift and Katy Perry have milky white skin. Speaking of milky white, I would like to let you guys know that this episode is sponsored by Magic Spoon cereal, which of course you want to sprinkle in that milky white goodness. Told you. Now this is special to us because growing up, cereal was one of the best parts about being a kid. You know what I mean? Waking up on Saturday mornings, pouring you a nice big bowl of frosted something, fruity something, whatever, and then getting them Saturday morning cartoons in. That was our routine. We stuck to that better than we stuck to our school schedules. But at some point, you got to give that up because it's just too much sugar, too much junk, too much nasty stuff that you can't take into your adult life. So you're trying to cut down on carbs, sugar, unhealthy food. You really just can't eat anything anymore. So enter Magic Spoon. 0 sugar, 12 grams of protein, only 3 net grams of carbs in each serving, and they bring back that nostalgic cereal taste that we had to give up, and they kept it healthy. You know what I mean? 4 amazing flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, blueberry. Tahir's even mixing flavors.
Oh, yeah.
It is innovation in a bowl. It tastes amazing, and honestly, it's too good to be true. All right, it's keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, free, low carb free, GMO free. It's not free. You got to pay for it, but it's worth it. I guarantee you. I just threw that in there. Tahir.
Yeah.
You have some pretty strong opinions on this.
I love it, man. Listen. So if you guys get the variety pack, you get the fruity, you get the blueberry, you get the frosted and the chocolate. I've had that like 3 times. Like they sent one, I've ordered 2 more, and then I just read up trying out the new flavors. I got the peanut butter, I got the honey nut. I'm really about that life, bro. I ain't playing no games out here because I'm telling you, man, 2021, I'm getting at least 1 ad. All right, so by any means necessary, whatever I got to cut out, whatever I got to do, I'm making it happen. And I'm so thankful to Magic Spoon because they're helping me make it happen, bro. So I'm a fan of cereal. Yeah, that's never a bad time to eat cereal.
Where would you want the 1 ab? Like dead center, like Iron Man?
No, no, no. I'm just saying, like one ab out of a 6-pack is all I need. I don't need all 6. That's excessive. I ain't making.
That's what I'm saying. You want bottom right, upper left, middle.
I probably get the upper right. I'm right-handed. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be easy, like, to just lift the shirt a little bit right there, show that part. Like, because the lower ones, those are the hardest to get. That's why I always hear, like, the lower abs are the hardest to get. So if I could just get that, and they don't even have to be complete. It can literally just be like an L, like just that, where you can almost like, oh, I see you, my boy, I see you. I'm like, you know, I'm out here. I'm out.
As horrifying as that sounds, you know, Magic Spoon will help him get that one ab. Well, the Magic Spoon is not hard to get. It's actually pretty easy. All you got to do is go to magicspoon.com/DIYS to grab you a variety pack and try it today, okay? Make sure you use our promo code DIYS at checkout to get you some free shipping, all right? They're so confident in their product, it's backed with an 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for whatever reason, refund your money, no questions asked. And you know, if they don't ask no questions, that probably means they don't expect any questions because it's delicious. So magicspoon.com/DIYS and use that code DIYS for damn internet, you scurry.
You heard.
Right? You heard. You heard. All right, let's jump back into this because I want to get into some scary stuff.
Okay, then.
But before we get into some scary stuff, I have a question. Since we were just talking about cereal, I must ask you this. Do you remember drumsticks, the ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so drumsticks feel like, I mean, if you don't know, they're the delicious ice cream. It was a waffle cone. It was filled with ice cream, and then they covered the vanilla ice cream with a chocolate layer, and then they put like little peanuts on it. And then they also put a bunch of fudge in the bottom of the cone. So I feel like everybody ate these cones the same way, and we all saved the best part for last.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part was indubitably the bottom of the cone with a little bit of the ice cream in it and the chocolate center. So somebody tweeted a whole bunch of these that said the only happy ending, and somebody's replied saying, yo, imagine this, but as cereal. So I want to ask you and the Scary Squad, would you guys be here for Drumstick Tips? That's just the name I came up with. Drumstick Tips cereal.
Yes.
Chocolates covered waffle cone ice cream bits.
Here's the thing, though. I couldn't eat a whole box. I would feel horrible about myself. But I would have 1.5 bowls. I definitely would. And I would never buy it again because I know it's of the devil.
Why not 2 bowls?
Nah, that's committing your life to a dark life of sin.
I'm into this. I like it. I like it a lot. TBH. All right. Well, I just wanted to. Seems like a lot of people in the chat are thinking about smashing that. So, all right. Go ahead and get your tidbits.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Wait a minute. Come on, bro. What is that, bro? Is that an eyeball on a fish?
Yeah, I wanted to show you something delicious before I showed you this, just to really change the mood up. But yeah, this was found. You see the dude's hand, so you see how big this thing is. What the hell?
Bro,
it has
every episode you try to show me something more and more to make me as fearful of the ocean as you are.
That's my goal. I want to make the internet as smart as I am and just make it so that I don't see any more videos of people just jumping in the ocean because it makes me nervous and I want to save the world. So I
Nelly.
save the world by warning people about the ocean because stuff like this is in it. This is a Cyclops eel fish. I'm only assuming it's a type of eel because I don't see any fins on it, but I don't get it. It has like a slit above the mouth. It has,
but it looked like it has eyes on the side too. Like I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Where's the eye on the side?
Look where the hand is. Look where the thumb is, and just draw a diagonal line from the thumb.
Oh, that looks like an eye to you?
Yeah, I thought that was an eye. That's not an eye, bro. That's weird.
I have no idea.
Right? It looks like it's one eye on the side, but because the other side doesn't look like it has that eye. and then like one human eye. That's weird, bro.
I wonder if the main account knows what TF this is, because I got questions. What the hell is this?
All right.
Oh, the caption ain't
It's
even.
like it was saying, what do you mean?
The allergic reaction fish?
It's like that fish would sound like Tony Baker's character.
Oh!
Oh, that ain't okay.
Oh! What is this? See translation. A wolffish is a fish similar to the coal or murren, while it is not their relative. Blah, 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 non-active. The front teeth are large, similar to a dog. Small teeth are located in the back of the jaws and on the sky. Atlantic wolf teeth are fast, but every year old teeth fall out and new young. Okay, so this is very, very roughly translated. But fam, God. Okay, here's what I realized. Human teeth in an animal is horrifying. Like, I'm not here for it. Not here for it at all. I really want to see what that damn Cyclops fish was, though.
That's weird as hell.
Okay. This was very, very far back. What is this?
All right, man. Go on with your little conspiracy theory, dude. You trying to make me hate it. Go.
That is some teeth. All right. Okay. That wasn't a conspiracy theory. I just wanted to show you some.
Yeah, I know. You just wanted to ruin stuff for me.
Did we talk about the mask conspiracy?
No, but I think somebody hit me up on either IG or Twitter about this.
Okay. Well, apparently, California Governor Newsom got a $1 billion contract for masks with Chinese manufacturers approved, and then 10 days later, Newsom makes masks mandatory amid rising cases. So, coincidence? What you think? Because
I don't believe in coincidences at all.
Imagine.
I don't believe in that at all. So I think yeah, that just was him cashing in.
But imagine that payout, though. If you could literally have a product that you hit the governor of a major state and then have him make it so that your product or a version of your product is mandatory. So it's like literally every single person has to follow this. Like, is that considered lobbying, or is that different?
Lobbying is sometimes I don't think they can't give money to have a vote swayed or try to put something, but they can like give you benefits, I think. Typically what lobbying is, you just try to better that relationship. But I think like giving money is like it's definitely legal, but I'm not saying that people don't do it. So but yeah, here's the thing though, a lot of people aren't even wearing those type of masks, because when everything started hitting the fan, like those masks were the first one to go. So a lot of people are still wearing handmade masks. So I don't know how much money he's gonna make off of that, because I'm not wearing one of those masks. That shit don't match none of my outfits.
The yellow?
Yeah, I ain't rocking that shit. I'm gonna rock my handmade joints.
There's so many damn conspiracies tied up with these masks. It's ridiculous. Here's a conspiracy no one's talking about, though. The hell is that, huh? I thought that bottom part was the cartoon tongue.
Oh, wait.
I always thought the bottom of a cartoon's mouth was the tongue.
Somebody just messed up on that. Somebody clearly messed up on that. Either that or he don't have no bottom teeth, and those are his gums.
But that don't. Now I'm just like, what is that bottom thing? What is that bottom thing?
Somebody sent that to the printer, and then somebody was like, "Yo, you know you put two tongues in his mouth," and he was just like, "Fuck."
That wasn't even part of the plan. I just wanted to show you that.
All right, so 2 more things. Wait. Oh, never mind. 2 more things. Okay, because this is creepy. These two last things are creepy. Do you know that they are talking about the bubonic plague being back?
Yes.
Enter July 2020. Apparently, a city in northern China on Sunday sounded an alert after a suspected case of bubonic plague was reported. Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, I don't know if I said that right, announced a level 3 warning of plague prevention and control. State-run People's Daily Online reported. That is, what are you talking about?
Bruh.
What are you?
I'm not making no plans to middle 2021, bro. That's all that's saying to me. Plans is canceled to the middle of 2021. This time next year, I'm gonna be kicking it.
Bubonic.
I had read something about China like last week that they thought they had discovered a new swine flu, a new strain of swine flu, and I'm just like, come on, man, stop! What are y'all doing, man? Like, start watching these animals or something. What's happening, bro? I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear shit else.
A plague? Bubonic plague? Like, fam, I agree, Luella. We about to be zombies, or there's about to be some type of zombie apocalypse. That's really the only thing that's left. Aliens and zombies and werewolves. I feel like werewolves is around November, though. But, fam, you really can't sit here and just casually say that the bubonic plague is back. Like, all right, for the finale, and this is the creepiest video that I got. This is a time-lapse video of a serial killer being interrogated for a very, very, very long time, okay? So his name is Stephen McDaniel. This is a 2-hour interrogation. Now, you see the other dude is just all over the place. Like, now, how'd you kill him? How'd you kill him? But this other dude is just fully like, yeah, oh, next guy. These dudes are switching shifts.
Yo, his hand and arm hasn't moved.
He did it. Whatever they're talking about, he did it. Bro, 2 hours. That is next level creepy. Then he leaves. Oh, that part was the worst part. Did you see that?
No, I missed it. What happened?
Everyone left.
Uh-huh.
And the time was still going, and he was just like didn't move a muscle. It probably looped by now. But there's a time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch it right now because it's gonna be. They're gonna switch seats. Oh, they switch seats. Other guy should be coming back in at 3.
The
2,
shifts.
Okay, Bing. One guy gets
coffee.
Okay,
they
cool.
getting coffee.
All right.
And they're like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Ugh.
Damn.
And then
That's
wait,
crazy.
Where is it? Boom. Oh, that was the worst part. Did you see that? He was just like, who's next to talk to me? Who wants to chit chat?
Jeez.
That is that's how you know a nigga did it. That is how you know a nigga did it. I've actually never held a conversation with somebody who was just like, you said what? And I feel like the person who's just running the interrogation cameras are just like, that's some ring level shit. I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, man.
Have you ever been in a interrogation room?
No.
Just never got caught, huh?
Thank y'all so much for watching another episode of Damn Internet You Scary.
Hey, say it again with some more confidence, man.
I was just trying to sidestep your bullshit questions. I was gonna do it over. You asked all the wrong questions at the wrong time, Pat.
Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of DIYS Damn Internet You Scary.
Make sure to leave in the comments what you think Tahir did to end up in that interrogation room. Do you think he lit a school on fire? Do you think he kidnapped an old lady? Throw it in the comments. And as always, I have been your co-host, Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Tahir Moore. We'll see you next week. Peace.